All right. Good morning, everyone. So we have technical difficulties. I'm just going to record it, not going live. So here we are. Real simple. I'm going to speed this up real thoroughly because there's a lot to cover here. So we're just going to share some screens here. A couple things. Let's go to right there. So we're going to share this real quick. All right. So we're going to be looking at the overall indices, right? The overall indices, we went up. We went up. This is the daily chart, right? Daily chart. You need to understand where we're at and the daily charts. Okay. So 47.23, we sold off. We hit that. We expected. We saw weakness in the MACD. So we expect a pullback. We're not in a we're not bearish at all, right? So if you're working on the dailies, we're not bearish at all. Okay. As far as the NDX, same thing, right? We're going to print that. Nasdaq is showing me weakness. Russell, show me weakness. Next level on Russell is going to be that 2309, 2310. Showing weakness, let it drop, let it drop. Okay, this is the daily charts. We're overextended. People are taking, again, I told you, if you're in a daily, if you're in long term, you do not want to be adding new positions up here, right? There will be going to cash, lock in some gains and let it come back. If you're into a longer term position, people are locking in some gains. It's the end of the year. It's perfectly normal and we're overextended. Can we go higher? Yes. Do we need to pull back? Yes. Are we in a bear market? No, not yet. Not yet. I don't see a bear market on the daily charts. So now things we have to consider. You have to look at the VIX, right? The VIX, we are high. This is a measurement of fear. Fear is entering the marketplace. We are is in an overextended area. Okay, we're overextended. Measurement of fear. What's going to happen here? Is it going to go back up? I don't know, but we haven't been this high in a long time. So, basically more people are buying puts than they are buying calls. So this is what this measures. There's more fear. People are hedging their bets. Now, if we start going below this 18, then that's good. If we start going higher, we're probably going to drop lower. Okay. We're going higher. That's, I'm just giving you the facts here. The other thing, the treasury notes came in. If we start breaking above 169, remember treasury notes started creeping up right around Q1 this past year. So now with that happens, okay, so if that happens, what's going to happen there? Okay, so if it starts going up, that's bad for tech. And is it going to be coincidence that it happened last year as it is this year? So you want to keep note of that, okay? Now, where are the opportunities today? Okay, the opportunities are, the other thing I've noticed that when Powell was nominated and he was nominated, and 2 hours later, the markets had a reaction. Okay, so, don't know what that means, but we're going to watch it. Okay, now the other news story is Best Buy just announced earnings today and they guided down. Okay, so this is huge because they guided down during Christmas. What's the reason for their guidance down? Was it because they can't get supplies? I got something here and it says supply constraints on appliances, gaming, right? An appliances game. That's why they guided down. Okay, so all right. So today, what are we going to be looking for? Well, today I want you to go here and I want you to go into. So how are we going to know if we're going to go green or not? Well, you're going to have to go here and go into, and I got my XPX indicators. We're going to be looking at Goldman Sachs. If it turns green, we're not going down. We're probably going higher. But the main one you're going to be looking at is Apple. If Apple starts going up, the XPX is not going to go down. So keep an eye on Apple and checking out seeing where we head from here. Now, where are the opportunities this week? All right, let's take note. Okay, so XPX, same measurement. I haven't changed my stance on it. 47.20, we go higher, and we did, right? That was the trade we could have taken yesterday. 46.70, we're probably going to go to 46.50. Now, we're pretty extended from the 50-day moving average. Now, yes, it was a beautiful day. This is a huge swing, right, on the XPX. We have these huge volatile moments. If we take a look, you had from 46.43 down to 46.80, and we're probably would have had lower to 46.70 if the market hasn't closed. But you're looking at roughly 63 points, right, that you could have taken, right? So, again, XPX, 46.70, and that's where we're going to start looking bearish. This needs to come back. So if it comes back here, comes back there, hits the 50, this might be a time to go short. Okay, again, short puts, right? And you're gonna, as a day trade, all right? So we're gonna be looking at that, all right. Or spreads up here, if you know those. Do some spread trades up there. Okay, perfect opportunity for spread tradings. Okay, so now, if you do the Nasdaq, same type of thing, had an entry, broke down. This is where the tech came in. All tech started going down right around 15.15. So started going down. Okay, now Russell started working his way lower, right? Working his way lower. We had a fake out here. Let it drop, 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 let it drop. Let things drop. There'll be, trust me, there'll be a great the best opportunities come either at the end of the trend. So usually right now is when you start going short and you can do very well, or at the bottom as it starts basing. Now, because we're in an upward trend, we want to let it drop until the upward trend on the dailies end, right? Because that's where you're going to maximize your gains. At Google, let it drop. It broke to 50. We had an entry here. Yes, if you watch the morning brew, there was an entry to the downside. When is it going to continue? I don't know. We're going to see how it reacts at this 50-day moving average. If it can take out 29.56, let's see how it reacts at the zero bounce. It starts working lower, then it could go lower. Okay, that's going to be an entry to the downside. I'm not going to be bullish today until I start noticing some things going up. Okay, so again, 29.57 for Google, print that. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at downward trends, downward. Okay, Amazon, same type of thing. We're right there. We're right there, right there. Now, that Best Buy news is not good for Amazon. So retail announces today. There's a whole bunch of retailers coming out today. There's Dick's Sporting Goods store. There's Jack in the Box. There's, there's a bunch announcing today. So pay close attention to what they are going to say, because more than likely, that's what they say for Black Friday. Remember, this is the quarter that most retailers either make it or break it. If they break it, then we're probably not looking good for the economy, and we're probably going to go lower, okay, as far as like pulling back. And they're going to reassess the situation. But Amazon looks like it probably wants to go lower. Now, look at this. Amazon about 2 days ago was about to hit 3,800. At 37.62, it dropped about 200 points. Could it drop lower? Possibly. So we're going to take advantage of that. Let's see how it reacts to that 50. 36.25 to make it better. Tesla. All right. There's an article that came out in Financial Times that said that mostly all the shorts are out of Tesla. And we saw that. They're out of Tesla. Now, here's the thing about Tesla. This is the part where I told you the most opportunity is going to happen at the end of the trend. Now, we are looking at the 15-minute time frame. So this 15-minute time frame is here's a trend. When it starts breaking the 50 down, it's very important to start paying close attention. Now, pre-market is breaking up. Now, what do you want to look at Tesla? That 1,200 level, that 1,200. If we break it, we're probably going to go higher. So we're going to watch Tesla early on. If it can bounce here, come back to the zero and go higher, start breaking that 1,200, then it could go. Now, I was going to say what we're going to look for if a stock starts declining or it's the end of a trend. If it starts dropping, coming back to that 50, MACDs are below here and starts dropping, then that's going to be a FOMO buy. But I think Tesla probably still wants to go. It's got a 1,400 price target, and some news came out with something about the truck was evaluated at over $1 billion. I'll have to punch it up. But that's the news on Tesla, and I think Tesla could probably run, which is good for the overall markets. ISRG, they're taking it down. Again, if somebody saw something coming, they're taking it down. They're just locking in gains. Chipotle, they've been taking this one down for a long time. We're going to set this one up for an upward trend, and we're going to see, not yet, but if you want to trade it down, this is the levels that we traded down. Not ideal here. We like it at the zero bounce closer, but let it drop, let it base. We don't chase. Okay, let's move forward. Lam Research, possibly, holding steady. They took it down a little bit. It's holding strong. Now this one, let's see how it reacts at that 50-day moving average, right? MACDs are working lower. Can it come back here? Can it go lower? You got 641 on the bottom, 661 on top. Shopify, You got Shopify. Shopify, what did Shopify do? They took it down from 1762 down to 1600, about 100 and some points down. Let it drop. Again, that news from Best Buy, is it going to affect Amazon and is it going to affect Shopify? Possibly. So we're going to be looking at Shopify, how it reacts at 1641. Let it come back, because that could be another play to the downside if we don't go up. Remember, we're going to be looking for downward trade. That's the move today, right? That's overall, that's what we're looking for today. Netflix, they're taking it down. Again, they're just taking out, locking in gains. We're seeing we're seeing money coming out of tech. Okay, right here, we're going to be looking at how it reacts at that 50-day. We're coming close to the zero bounce. Let's see how this reacts around that 660, more than likely. And if it starts taking out 656, it can really get it going to the downside. And what do we have on the downside? Well, you got a couple levels here. It might be 650 and maybe 642. Roku, don't like Roku. Bad company, was loved, right? But they just guided down, and it looks like it probably go lower. I don't like Roku to the upside. I saw some buying coming in, but again, it couldn't break that 238. I wouldn't go long on this unless it can take out that 238. But remember, they're taking this one down. So again, just watch the MACDs. MACDs are right there. It can go either way, right? But that 238, you can take it up there for a trade if it starts breaking up there, or just be careful at that 238 because somebody's unloading. Okay, NVIDIA, they're taking it down. That's fine. I like NVIDIA. And this is what I mean about FOMO buying. We had a huge rally, right? And then when it came back down, it broke the 50, broke the zero. And here, do not get caught in this mess. Don't get caught in this mess. This is where people who missed this position, missed this entry, and are trying to get in, and they're getting caught. Right? This is a bull trap. Let it pull back. Let it pull back. Let it base. Don't chase. Let's see how it reacts to this 50. I would like it to base more. 331 to get it better. And you got 346 on top, right? So again, but let it base. Let's see how the overall markets react. Mercado Libre, they're taking it lower. Hasn't broken the 50. Not basing. They're taking it down. They took one down pretty hard, right? 1700 down to 1300. That's a 400 points. Pretty big. Apple, this is the one we're going to be watching. This is what I mean about don't chase, let it base. We had nice rallies in Apple. Okay, Apple now broke down, broke the 50, coming back down to the right here. Now, what's Apple going to do? It's at the zero bounce. Is it going to go lower? Can it go lower? If it goes lower, we're going to be watching that 159 from 161. Not much movement here, but that's how Apple moves. So we're going to be watching that, okay, for a trade, or let it base, let it pull back. It's probably shaking out the tree, and but do not get into a new position. But we're going to be watching Apple. If Apple can break that 162, break the 50, start going higher, then on top we got 165. This is going to be, to me, that the market's going to change if we watch Apple. Apple goes up, the market's not going to go down. It's just real simple. Trade Desk, they took it down because they expected higher interest rates in the future, and they say that higher interest rates, people are not going to advertise or spend advertising money, which I doubt it, right? We're a consumption economy, but again, you never know. But that's why they're taking it down. Great earnings, great guidance. So again, watch this one early. I think that this one, they took it down just on a reaction. Let's see how it reacts here. I have to see a divergence. Can it break through? If it can take out 104, it's probably going to go to 108 and it go on 110. On the downside, you got 94. But we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. Okay. Coin working his way. I'm sorry, Goldman Sachs working his way higher, up pre-market. That's a plus. Okay, up pre-market, and it's breaking that can it break 400? If you're seeing Goldman Sachs break 400, then we're not going to go down. We're probably going to go higher. 402, we're definitely not going to go down. Okay, if the banks go up, XPX can't go down. So watch it. This one sold off pretty good, and it rallied. Okay, so again, can it continue to rally? Watch the 50 for any declines at 396. Okay, so this, I'm kind of showing you what's the inside game of a trader and what we look for, okay, to determine the highest probability trades. Okay, Affirm, they're taking this one down. Okay, again, you know, watch that. This could be a trade to the downside. 122, watch how it reacts to that zero bounce. If it can take out 122, take out 118, it's going lower. It can probably go to 200. Okay. Upstart looked like it could rally. So I'm seeing a divergence. This is going down and this is going up. So watch this one, because they took this one down quite a bit. This has an AI component. So again, I'm going to be watching this one because this one could probably pump pretty soon. And what I mean by that, probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm noticing this one kind of inside. I'm noticing the price action of building a position on this one. All right. On the 50-minute chart, there's no trade here, but I'm just noticing the price action that somebody's buying here as it's going down. How much? So 215 right now is we're going to watch it. I'm going to watch it at 211 and see if it can rally. Now, the reason why, because it can probably go to 230 and then 238, 240. So watch it. Short squeeze. Okay. HubSpot, they're taking it down. Let it take it down. Okay. Watch it come to the 50-day moving down, $800, right? Nice round number. It's going to come up. Let's see how it reacts to that 50. It's probably going to go to 50-day moving, and then what? All right. You got 834 to go up. Remember today, Zoom, they came out, they saw slow growth. Their earnings were dismal, and more likely, I think this one's probably going to go down to 200. Don't chase, right? This is the play. Let it come back. It'll probably come back to the 50, and then let's see how it reacts there with the MACDs, and we can probably go short it or buy puts or spread trade, whatever you want to do. Bookings, good. This thing has diminished. Now, is there a fear of another lockdown? I don't know. I'm hearing whispers of, I'm keeping track of that news. Lockdowns. Newsom came out yesterday extending the emergency use for California. Don't really know what that means. Austria's in shutdown. There's little whispers of China going into shutdown. Not really accurate on that, but we are going to watch that news to see if it escalates, because in conjunction, that could probably add more fuel for a downside. But we don't know. We're still upward cycle. We like to be ahead of everything, and we're watching the price action. Remember, news lies, price doesn't. So we're looking at the price action to see what happens. But booking, I do like this for the upside. If it can start breaking for a short squeeze, right? If it can start breaking this 2367, and then there's a lot of headwinds up here. If it can take out these headwinds, the one that I'm looking at is 2415. That's a main headwind because it could fly. But right now, there's no play. Right now, we just let it base. Service now, they're taking it down. Okay. Coinbase, ideal right now at the open. Let's see how it reacts to that 314. Bouncing off zero. Can it go lower? And this is a perfect play because 310 could really escalate it going down. All right. Let's move on. We got Intuit. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, the rally. The rally continued, went higher. This is a bull trap. Don't get caught in these bull trap. It's going down, working lower. Great earnings. Let it drop. Let it drop. There'll be an amazing opportunity once this drops to go higher. Remember, this is the chip sector. People need chips. You got Qualcomm. Here it is. Again, great opportunity. They took it down a little bit. This was rally. Let's see how it reacts to that 50-day moving average, 181. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. These guys guided up. They got their business going. If they take it down, let it take it down, and we're probably going to set this one up for an upward move. Maybe not now, but it's holding compared to the other ones. ASML working its way lower. There was whispers about Biden telling them not to sell to China, and you can see that news reacted negatively. Okay, let it drop. Let it drop. There's nothing here. Advanced AMD, again, same type of thing. Went up, and yesterday at the close, people were buying. They got caught. Let's see how it reacts. This one could probably rally. Let's see how it reacts at that 50-day. And if it can take out that headwind of 155, it got 161 on top. If we bounce lower, right, then more than likely, we're probably going to retest at 149 and 149, and we can probably retest at 144. AMAT working its way lower. Remember, so watch that 50-day moving average, 148. Let's see how it reacts to that 50. Can it work lower to get it going? 146 to the downside. Lucid. All right, Lucid's coming alive. This one tried to go yesterday, holding pretty strong. Let's watch it. Okay, so Lucid pre-market right there. Not ideal, but I want to see if it can take out that $55 level, but there's no real good entry here right now for me. Okay, Rivian, they took this one down. It looks like it wants to bounce higher. That 125 to get it going higher again, but let it base, don't chase. I don't think this was going to rally today, but anything's possible, right? But let it base. It's got a lot of headwinds on top, and we're probably this could be a trade. Roblex, they're taking it down. Okay, again, nice little rally. This is where it breaks the 50. This is FOMO buying. Okay, let it drop. Don't chase it. You know, this is where everybody who missed these entries are getting into it. Don't get caught with your pants down. Let it base. We're going to hold it right there. See how it reacts to that zero. Can it work lower? If it works lower, then that's a trade. 115 to get it going. It's probably going to go to 100 after that. But if it base, let it base, and then we have this headwinds of 125 and 141 on top. But let it base, let it drop. Remember, the markets are in drop zone right now. All right, let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dropping. Okay, and this is what I mean. Rally. MACD showed you weakness, still dropping. There'll be a lot of opportunity. We're looking at right now this 60,000, 61,000, 6,600 to really get it going. But let it drop. It's dropping. Let it drop. I don't know how far it's going to go, but there'll be an opportunity. We'll see when the buyers start coming in. MicroStrategy working lower. And Ethereum still dropping. It looks good, struggling with that 50-day moving average. But again, cannot get above that 44. MACD just showing me weakness. We're getting close, but not there yet. Okay, not there yet. We need to bounce. We need to bounce either today or tomorrow. If we don't bounce, we work lower. But we need to bounce pretty soon. Okay, we need to bounce. All right. That's all I got, guys. And it's 9:04, so we did cover everything we wanted. Again, I'm going to put this out there. It's probably going to be out there in 10 minutes. Do me a favor, press the like button. I'm going to rectify the volume, but hopefully you guys got this to you guys. And stay green. Remember, we're going to do the follow-up on the market pulse at noon. And take care. Stay green. God bless. Go get it.